It's your girl Kitty. The cat's out the bag. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. We got a good discussion today. We're going to talk about polygamy, relationships, cheating, expectations in relationships, and things like that. I don't have anybody on here with me today, but I'm going to do it by myself solo, and we can discuss it on a later date. First of all, polygamy, for those who don't know, is when you're married to multiple men or women, which is not legal in the United States. In other countries, yes, you can be married to, if you want 5 wives, 6 wives, 7 wives, however many you can handle, you can have that. But in the United States, that's not something that's legal. However, people still tend to practice these type of relationships. There's many pros and cons for having these type of relationships. One of the pros is you can have as many women as you want or as many men as you want. And being that it's 2021, you could even have men and women. You don't have to just have wives. You can have men too. Get your freak on. Be freaky. Get nasty. However you want to do it. So me personally, I think that it can be good, but it's always that you can have so much but still, can't handle it. You still would stray possibly. You can have so many women catering to your needs or taking care of the household and still find time to find someone else to get your attention. I think that far as people who are maybe older and don't have young children, it might be a little easier for them. But when you have small children and it's so many different wives and so many extra kids in the house, I think it's too much. I think that from a financial standpoint, it could be good because, it takes a village sometimes. But with that being said, if everybody is not bringing something to the table, it's still not going to work. It's just going to be basically a person getting extra wives to maybe handle the household, but as far as they're not building an empire or anything. Pretty much with cheating and everything, it's kind of, you would feel like, well, that would be the solution to cheating. Just let me get more wives or women and then I don't cheat. Well, it's still going to be a lot of distraction in the home. Someone will still get jealous. Someone will be, the actual top wife. Then you'll have the people who they feel like they're competing with the top person. So it's going to always be some type of confusion. It's kind of hard to get a group of women or men to play by the rules, to basically be okay with anything that you throw at them. Now, sometimes you can get people, like a lot of people feel like if you are a person with maybe mental illness or you have low self-esteem, you are in a bad environment or something, and you run into someone who offers that type of life for you, you may feel like, what do you have to lose? But it really takes a certain person to really be okay with that type of lifestyle, especially if it's not really beneficial, And some of the things that I've watched, like on TV, read about, there's like Amish communities and different groups that, I don't agree with the whole incest or, I'm sleeping with my uncle and I'm having multiple kids by my uncle and all that, and you're confined to a house or anything like that. I don't believe in that type of polygamy. But if it worked for you and you can make it work and the kids are good and the relationship is good between all parties, men, women, whoever you decide to have, go for it. Because when you go for like relationships, the expectations have changed so much now. You have to look at it as a lot of people be looking for a guy to be able to set them out and come save the day, make sure that they're good. When the expectations are just too high sometimes. Because if you get a typical guy, a guy who has just say 4 kids, and he has a job maybe making more than minimum wage, whatever that is. Minimum wage is it's still under $15. So if he's on child support or even helping with his kids as he should, that man is not going to have but so much money to put into a household where he would live, or if he's married or, has a relationship with someone. So I can understand if so many people came together to try to build and make a home secure, but it's almost coming to that point in order to have some of the needs as an adult. Because a lot of people be feeling like, oh, I got a house today, I rented a house today, or I got a car today. Like, that's normal, So to think that you're going to get a man who is going to just be able to do so much for you when some can barely take care of themselves. So, so it's kind of hard to say, oh, I'm going to get with 5 women and I'm making $13 an hour and I'm already paying child support. My other baby mamas, they wasn't with it. So now I started over and I have another wife and I have 4 more wives. How is that household being taken care of? So therefore, everybody as a whole has to come together to make sure that house runs, or daddy got to get a better job, more of a career, a business. He got to hustle. He got to do something because it's too many people to take care of. So with that being said, it's like it can work and it can't. I'm kind of on the fence with it. Like, if you can make it work. But it's always so many obstacles, Me and the ladies, we have discussions all the times about relationships. That's the main topic, relationships. This guy did this guy did that. He wasn't what I thought he was going to be or whatever. But sometimes it do take 5 men to make that man that you're trying to get. One might like to take you shopping. One might like to buy you, pay all the bills and make sure you don't have the stress of bills. One might be the sweetest person, rub your feet, let you talk his head off, because I'm talking to I'm going to talk all the time. So with that being said, that's a good person to have. I know somebody gets sick of me talking so much, so that's probably why I'm on here now to talk to you guys, because I talk too much. But you might have that guy who just so thoughtful. He buys you flowers and just give you those hey beautiful texts and make sure you're good. You might got that one, or you might even have 2 in there that can break your back in a bedroom. Then so you're winning. But it's kind of sad sometimes. It might take 5 guys to make what you're looking for, and 1 guy, which nobody's going to be perfect. I totally understand. But sometimes it's just so hard just to, or feel like pulling teeth, just trying to get that 1 guy to be even some of what you need or want in life. I'm not going to even say what you need, what you want, because you can, well, I'll say what you need, because needing is essential, and just wanting, you might want a tall guy, might want to be 6'7". You ain't gonna always get 6'7", so let's stop playing about that. You might get 5'7", it's sad, but you might get 5'5", but some things you gotta, you gotta just go with the flow. But you might have to get 5 that's gonna be what you need. That one that's 5'7", probably have that career, treat you like a queen, care about your kids. Then 6'7" might be trash. 6'7" might just not be really the good guy. He might break your back or something. Who knows? But far as to actually have a real serious relationship with, maybe that's not a good look for you. So maybe you kept them around for certain reasons. Therefore, that's why you have 5. So sometimes it is, I guess, okay if a person can have that balance, because sometimes you don't want to deal with your 1 man or your 1 woman. So how you go deal with 4 or 5? And especially with women with attitudes, I'll just put on a couple wigs and I'm going to be my different aliases. And that's going to be that. You don't need 5, 6 different women. I got enough wigs in here that we going to be different women. We can sit here and name them together, however you want to do it. Everybody likes something different. Everybody down for different things. So there you go. You got your 5 women, your fake polygamy relationship, and that's fine. Let's go. So, it takes a real mature person to be okay with that type of relationship. And, it's 2021. I mean, you can be gay on TV at this point. So you can, there's gay marriage now. So we have evolved so much now that before we leave this earth, they probably will be okay with having a polygamous relationship in the United States. I don't see from a criminal standpoint, why is it that important? I understand marriage is sacred. I do understand all of that. But so you want to put these folks in jail because this man want to have 5 wives and they with it? Long as they with it, long as it ain't no R. Kelly situation, don't nobody come after me. I still love R. Kelly. Robert did it. R. Kelly didn't do it. So don't come for me. But long as it wasn't one of them type of situations, nobody held hostage or anything that what they are accusing this man of, long as it's nothing like that, and these women are willingly being with these men, they're not brainwashed or anything like that, I feel like, hey, let them be. Like, it's not a problem. Actually, if you have the right setup, it can actually be so good, because you got to think about it. As far as like what we have learned, everything we learn, you start as a child, from your parents, teachers, pastors, aunts, uncles, cousins, whomever. You learn things in life. So if we could learn to adapt to that type of beliefs and everything, I'm sure we could master it. We could make it work. We could, might have 2 of the wives stay home, keep the kids. 2 of the wives work just like the husband. And the other wife, she might have a business or something, or they may all have a business or several businesses that they're working, and they're building that wealth that we know a lot of us have not experienced in life. So if that can work, I'm kind of leaning more to it. Like, it's kind of okay. It is and it ain't. Y'all see the teeth, but it's like it is okay, but I'm half and half. I'm kind of like, let's go, but I'ma still knock you upside the head. If I think you doing something stupid. If I agreed to this and you still do something stupid, who are you playing with is the question. We're not gonna play those type of games. So, I think that cheating is so horrible that I think some women are just ready to do whatever. Men have been dogged out too. It's not just one-sided. I think that people would be more willing to try just about anything, because the dating scene is just that horrible. I've had so many guys tell me, "Oh, I'll be the side nigga. I'll be the the number 2. I'm cool with that." It's so it's normal now. And same with women. Women be like, "I'm cool with it. Long as I get the time I need or what have you, we're good. Let's do it." Years ago, it would have been a lot of shooting, a lot of cutting, a lot of busted out windows, a lot of everything. But now, everything is it's normal to do so many things that was, taboo years ago. We're taught to have mom and dad, or a single mother raise the kids. We're not taught to have, several women in the house or several men, or whatever makes up your family. And I would love to have some people discuss this with me, far as your insight on it, like how you feel this could be important or bad in life or whatever, or if you would practice it if you had the right setup, or what have you. Because when I tell you, every woman that I talk to, it can be on a day-to-day basis, it can be I haven't heard from this girl in 10 years, has relationship problems. It's something about the relationship. I don't care if it's something small. It can be, he borrows my car all the time and he never puts gas in the car, or it seemed like he's always doing something on his phone or something, but I'm not sure he's doing anything. I haven't caught him doing anything, or I haven't caught her doing anything. And it's kind of sad. So it's like, granted, I haven't been through hell and back, which just about anybody have. So it's like, how do you find that perfect fit for yourself? Do you take the guy that has his life together, but he's boring, or do you take the guy who is fun, but he's not as educated, or he is like pulling teeth to get him to do certain things? Or do you got to build a guy? Do you got to have, 5 guys in order just to feel like you got somewhat of what you want, or vice versa, or 5 women to feel like you have some of what you want? I hear a lot of guys who say, women don't cook, or, or say, I might hear a guy say like this big girl I know, she cook all the time and she real nice, but I don't like her like that. But then they might get with another girl who she's pretty to the eyes, but she's sorry, she lazy, she don't, she don't want to do nothing. She want to go out to eat. She want to take pictures of food. She wants to show Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whoever her food. But you, Mr. -0, you don't exist. You invisible. But some people, they're okay with that because they feel like they got a baddie. She the best. She a top 10. She got her ass done. You so happy for her to give you that attention that you'll put up with anything. But here you got, say Tasha over here, and Tasha get up in the kitchen, she cook it up, she care about you, she make sure you good, but you like, dang, Tasha look too chunky for me, But in a perfect world, hell, bring them all to the table together. If you're down with polygamy, bring them all to the table. Bring Tasha, Shonda, Kiki with the fat ass, bring her, no. And whoever else, you bring a couple, whatever, and everybody good with what they good at, and almost like made the best person get the most attention, I guess. That's probably, I have a problem because I be looking like, yeah, I'm gonna get all the attention because I'm me, so that probably wouldn't work for me. But if you have somebody that can play by the rules and they good with it, they, y'all got a schedule. Your day is Tuesday and Friday, whatever. If you ain't feeling it on Tuesday or Friday, you able to switch with somebody else, whatever. If that works for you, good. If you don't cook, maybe you and her go out on the days that you interact. The ones that cook, maybe they cool with cooking at the house. Ain't nothing like a girl with a little house dress on cooking chicken, because that chicken gonna be good as hell, and you know it. So, I'm with her. She could be my best friend because sometimes I cook all the time. That's not a problem. I cook and I'm fine. But back to what I was saying. I get distracted easily. But what y'all drinking? I'm drinking a little Moscato. Really, this is a mimosa I made. Strawberry, orange mimosa. It's good. I'm not gonna get drunk on here because if I get drunk, it's gonna be a problem. I might knock everything off the table and forget I am recording. So I'm not gonna get drunk. I'm just gonna feel good, just a little good, not too good, just good, But I've heard so much about cheating. It's crazy. Like, do everybody, don't get me wrong. I ain't gonna say everybody have cheated, but I guess you kind of gotta define cheating too. You gotta actually be with the person. It can't be a break. So that's not cheating. It has to be a break that you are aware of, not surprise. We was on a break and I'm just finding out, So if it's not one of those situations and you didn't know, that wasn't considered a break. I got to know that, and I'm agreeing to this break. Or we just completely fell out and everybody's well aware of what the situation is for it not to be cheating. But people got to step it up in these relationships. You can't expect a person to be 100% in the relationship with you if you're not 100% in the relationship with them. you have to, it's like a job. It's like, don't get that job and then be like, oh, I got her big head ass. I'm not pressed. If you used to squeeze her butt every time she walked by and pull her close to you, if you used to, take her out, I understand that life happens and you can't do everything sometimes. You might be trying to save, whatever the case. Get creative with the dates and things. Show the person that you there with them, because that's what happens. A lot of people forget that they're in a relationship, like, oh shit, you are here, So just like a job, don't just do that whole 90 days, and after you in good, got hired in, might have got a little raise. She might be bragging to the mama, cousin, and like, such and such, he that deal. It seemed like as soon as you open your mouth, I'm gonna need about 5 drinks off this. As soon as you say, he the best thing I ever had, he cares, he's this, he's that. Womp. Here comes some drama. Here comes some craziness. Here comes some, oh, I ain't tell you I had kids. Or, oh, I lost my job all of a sudden. Or, oh, I'm a crackhead, or whatever the case. I gotta smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day, whatever. Here comes crazy. And it's just that crazy. Like, how do you seem like almost perfect, like sent from heaven? Like, oh my God, like, just, I literally read a book, relationship novel, sexy, just all pure sexiness come in, and then all of a sudden now you're a weirdo. You cannot tell me that you just don't click in and click out like that. Like, how do you hold it together for, just say, I'll say 6 months, and then next thing you know, you're weird as hell? Like, were you supposed to take your meds? Were you taking meds and hiding that you were taking meds? Did you run out? I'm trying to understand, how do you flick on that switch of crazy, So it's kind of hard to just be excited about somebody. Like, I see people get married every day. Do it last? Sometimes. Not all the times. But it's for that reason right there. People, they get married for the wrong reason. They, we're in a world that's driven by money, which I understand. Like, people want to live good. They want to have the best. They want to enjoy life. Yeah, but it's like a lot of people will sell their soul for, to get that guy attention with a couple dollars, which you ain't even got to be his cup of tea. But he might look your way if your ass fat, you got some big titties, or luscious lips or something. You might have something he like, but you still may not be what he truly desires. So instead of saying, hey, you're not really what I like, they'll drag you on. Hey, whatever. Then you might notice, like, oh, we never go out. We never do anything. I haven't met any of his friends. I haven't anything. So then you come to me, the relationship expert. give me my certification, ladies. And we sit here and we break down what is actually going on in your relationship, the possible things that could be happening. These days, it can be so many possibles. He can possibly be gay. He could possibly be broke. Possibly be a criminal. Possibly be a crackhead. Possibly be the neighborhood hoe. Whatever. The list can go on. I would love to hear somebody in a good relationship talk about their relationship. Well, my relationship is good, actually. But, and I quote, don't get bust upside the head. But when I tell you it's not too many. And if they are good, it took time to get to that place, which same with me. It took time we had to regroup in order to get to where we are now. But I mean, I guess that's life. I guess people are so dishonest. Like, tell the truth. It's simple. If you want that woman, pursue that woman, keep that woman's attention, and vice versa. Woman, if you want that man, do what you need to do for that man. Whatever you were doing before that he loved, if he's a good man, be that for that woman. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's like pulling teeth to get the man to do simple stuff, I don't know. Take out trash, whatever, like don't come home from work, don't call, not paying bills that he's supposed to be paying. Nobody wants a boy or a child, another son or something. You want somebody that you feel like got your back, because guess what? Your day's numbered. If you bust your ass at a job, you can get sick tomorrow. You can get hit by a bus, anything. You could, something that can prevent you from actually getting out there and being like, okay, I can go make this money. So is that guy or girl, whoever you are with, are they able to pick up slack if you're not able? I've been on both sides. I've been injured and couldn't do much. And I've been a person who was able to do so much. So, I mean, a long time ago, I used to be like a gold digger type of girl. Like, oh, what you got for me? All the time. What you got for me? If you don't got this for me, like, we cannot have a conversation. I mean, like, simple conversation. Like, why are you even texting me? Why are you calling my phone? Like, what do you have for me? And as I got older, yes, you still want somebody that's going to do things for you, like make sure you eat, either pay the bills or, is a provider. You want somebody that's going to come in and be like, I'm the man. I don't need you to be trying to put on no baggy jeans and try and, run this household. I'm the man, so if you have that, I feel like some will kind of tone it down. They won't be so manly, so, eager to tell a man what to do or whatever, because they feel like they're running the house, So now it's like I'm so independent. I do so much. As you know, we have BellaDesires.com. We have Sunnyside Moving Company. We have the Cats Out the Bag podcast. We have the restaurant coming. We have Sunnyside Maids. And the list will go on and on. So I'm everywhere. Are you going to be able to get someone like me? Not always, not often sometimes. But I'm a hustler. I push myself. So with that being said, it's like I didn't feel like I had to seek out so much from a man. Like, I wanted a man who was just gonna give it to me on his own, who was gonna tell me, hey, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that, or what you do is extra. I wanted that type of situation instead of having to feel like I had to ask a person, or I had to literally tell you, hey, you want to date me, you want to talk to me, what's up? How much money you make? Better yet, not even how much money you make, but how does what you make my life better, basically. That's how I used to be. I'ma just admit it. I was horrible, but I got better in life. So back to the expectations in relationships. It's like I just said, it was like I was expecting so much from a guy. So much. Like, you had to have this, that, and the third, and then we could have a talk and we can go from there. But it's like, if you didn't have it, I was looking, the conversation was ended so fast. Like, I'm not even listening to you. I wasn't intrigued by anything you were saying, because I'm like, you broke. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't know if some people, daddies were not in their lives or what, that they kind of just go with the flow. You broke. You okay with being broke? I'm not about to be. I'm sorry. I've been there. I've done that. I tried to prove before that I was not a gold digger anymore. I tried. It was like pulling teeth. Now, mind you, gold digger or not, I always had my own everything. I didn't need nothing. Now, that's one. Because the guy be like, well, what do you bring to the table? I have my own table too. Like, let's be clear. That's one. Secondly, it's like some just like really okay with being broke. And that's crazy. Like, who raised you first? Oh, Jesus. Who raised you to be okay with being broke? There's no way that a little 10-year-old should have more money than a grown man who has the same 24 hours that I have. When I wake up, you should have some type of plan. What's your plan for the day? It's not video games and eating my food. I'm sorry. Your plan's supposed to be either you work, you hustle some type of way, you're a businessman. Even if I don't care if you a surveyor and you are doing surveys and getting paid gift cards. I don't care. You need to be doing something with yourself if you're grown. I'm sorry. Unless you're disabled, you done hit your head on the curb or something and you're crazy, you should be having some type of income. I'm sorry. I've tried before, and it was like, I wanted to see just how long a person would be cool with having nothing. If you never say anything, a person will be cool with absolutely nothing. You could have the worst mother, the worst father, and you mean to tell me nobody taught you nothing? Like, you didn't have no type of role model, not a granddaddy, a uncle, a cousin that had something going for themselves? Like, so you just woke up like, baby, we can split this taco or something. I want my own food. I don't want no bite out of no taco. I want to drink at a restaurant. I want to eat, even though I know how to cook. I want to eat sometimes. Like, I mean, what's wrong with y'all? Women be complaining so much about men because it's like, yes, we expect a man to be a man, just like they expect a woman to be a woman. I don't feel like a man has to do everything by himself, and I don't feel like a woman has to play the role of like a housewife or something in order to be considered a woman. It has to be some type of balance, you know. If the guy works a good job, he may bring home more money. Yes. The woman may work a job and she brings home a decent pay as well. That still don't mean that she got to cook every day or, you know, what have you. She got to wash the dishes all the time, or she has to, you know, clean the house, and the guy does absolutely nothing, you know. This is not 1920s and where the women just had babies back to back to back to back and cleaned and cooked. And the man went and, you know, did things outside the house. No. Women work just as hard as men. So yes, our expectations are, you know, they're high. Like you know, you want, I ain't gonna even say a equal. You want somebody that's gonna come in and they go bring some excitement, some type of joy into your life. You want somebody who want to be better, that's not on standstill, because some people will work the same job for 10, 20 years and you're not getting raises like that. You're gonna top out and that's it. They have no type of growth, and they're fine with that. But bills are higher, food is higher, everything is so much higher than it was years ago. So you have to, these days, you have to have unless you have a good career, you have to do things on the side. Like you might do, build websites or something on the side, plus work your, you know, 9 to 5 or something, whatever. You have to do extra things because that might be your money that you travel off of, or, you know, go to events, concerts and stuff, you know, court your girl or guy or whatever the case, you know, because, you know, we have same-sex relationships and everything. So I may not remember that from time to time. So don't quote me on that. But as far as, you know, like I said, the expectations, you know, your expectations can even be high, and then you can find yourself like putting up with things that you would be like, I couldn't see myself doing this. I always spoke highly of myself, and look at me now, you know, because the dating pool got pee in it, liquor. I think it got gin in it or something, because baby, everybody is going through something. Everybody is unhappy. I guess that's the best way to put it. A lot of people not happy in their relationships or situationships or whatever they are in. So you have to figure out like, well, are my expectations too high for this particular person, or is it, I mean, you know, you got to check yourself sometimes. Don't get me wrong. You may not be what can bring it out of that person. Like sometimes it takes a certain woman or a certain man to bring it out of a particular person to be better, you know. I don't care what your mama tell you, daddy, uncle, cousin. That relationship can influence you to do it all. I know y'all be watching For My Man on the ID channel. These women they don't care. They rob banks, kill their mama, cousin, uncle, kids. They don't care. For my man, they will do whatever. So it's like, if it's for my man, I will do whatever. The man needs to, step up as well. Like, you got to do everybody got to do their part in a relationship. Far as, if you have kids, it shouldn't be one-sided. Far as one parent dealing with the kids, whatever, and far as like bills or something, if you have an agreement on how you're going to pay them or whatever. Some guys are horrible at paying bills, just like some women are horrible at paying bills. And sometimes you just need that person that has to remind you, like, hey, did you pay this? Did you pay that? And that might get that person on the right track sometimes. It's not guaranteed, because they might get attitude, but you could try. But I guess because it's more men, more women to men, that it's a lot of craziness going on out here. They be feeling like, hey, I don't got to do much. I can walk out your door and meet 5 of you, 6 of you, and then a few more. That's different. Are they going to be you? Complete same type of person? They wouldn't be me, but like a person. I think that's why a lot of relationships kind of be like going downhill, because it's like back to the polygamy. Like, people are okay being the extra wife or whatever, extra husband or something. They're okay with it. So even though it's not like, far as you having an actual marriage with multiple women, sometimes people doing it every day. People they have their friends come over and they do things with the men and everything, and they have a whole relationship with the boyfriend or husband, so many women, or vice versa. We're in a whole different time. Like, everybody like real freaked out, like everybody with it. So, but I'm looking at it as just far as the whole relationship standpoint from it, not just the sexual side, but the relationship standpoint. Like, I wonder how many like different people I know, if they would be okay with it. I'm gonna have to do like a survey or something and see how many people will be okay. And would you, if you're a female, would you want just all men? Would you want a couple women up in there? Get a little spicy, a little nasty, a little naughty. Or, if you're a man, you want, all women, whatever. Would you want different races? Would you want just all, whatever? If you want all white women, all white guys, if you're whatever, how would you want it to be? That's real interesting. Well, I know I have talked you guys heads off today, and I appreciate you guys viewing my first podcast on this hump day. Keep humping. I like when people get nasty, but no, but I enjoy talking about these topics, and I have so much more to talk about. Like, I like to talk, so I have so much more to talk about, and I will have some guests on, and yeah, I would love to talk to some different women and men about relationships and love, marriage, success, businesses, mental health, whatever. I would love to talk to different people about that, and I will have some interesting guests. We will talk about the LBGT community. I think I said that right. We will talk about that and wealth, the Black community, and just so much. We talk about the surgery world. We'll talk about some of the things that will be coming in my restaurant that I'm going to have soon. I have so much to talk about, and I want to bring it to you guys and get your insight about different things, your views on life, period. Remember, we got one life to live. Every day is numbered, so enjoy your life. And I love you guys. Kitty out.
Silent night, holy night, oh, it's coming.